Oh, recording.
We're live.
Live, guys.
We're live.
One time's live.
You want to get down?
Hi, Archie.
Here you go. Hello, welcome back to Whine with Ree. It's a bit of a party today. The last time we all saw each other, we were at the Brits, weren't we, girls?
We
First
were.
night of our lives.
Quite drunk. That's why I've got dressed up. But yeah, never mind. We've got Danielle Peazer, Beth Atkins, and Alexis Gilmore, and we like a little bit of a social time, don't we, girls?
Yes.
Bit too much.
Yeah, a little bit too much. So I thought we'd start off by let's just fill us in on what we're drinking. I'm digging into the actual proper stash now because I've got through all my cheap shit.
Bougie.
Perrier Rosé now.
Oh,
Bougie, Ree, I like that.
Monday.
How about you, Danielle? What are you drinking?
So I have gone for today a watermelon gin with a Waitrose lemonade. I'm trying to make it sound as fancy as your rosé champagne, and it's really not. Watermelon gin with lemonade.
Nice.
And
From Waitrose.
Bright day.
Alexis, what have you got?
White wine. Do not know the brand. Just poured it.
Perfect.
Fresh.
Yeah, and Beth?
I've gone a bit rogue, as usual. I've got a martini and tonic.
Martini and tonic.
Oh, right.
I feel like an American lawyer, businessman.
Is that a drink?
Well, it is.
It is now.
You know, martini and tonic.
Like that.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like when I first discovered that there was stuff inside that cabinet in the lounge in my house when I was little. And I've got a feeling that they'll still have that drink that you've got in the shops.
It's my lovely housemate is American, Megan. She made it for me. She was like,
Mum,
"I
in the
love
background."
martini and tonic on the rocks."
We can edit that.
Edit that.
No, I want it in. Where's Anne? At home with the Gilmores.
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls.
Keeping up with the Gilmores, seriously.
Actually, that is what I need to start watching, Gilmore Girls again.
I've been watching it.
I've never watched it. Is it good? Is
Yes.
Yeah, Danielle, you'll like it.
it like a mother-daughter thing?
Yeah, I don't love it.
Okay.
She's
I don't think you will either, Danielle, because Danielle and I are Geminis and we like all the same things.
Yeah. Do you know what I've actually started watching? Well, I'm now 4 series in, and I started watching like 3 days ago. How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh.
Seen that.
What channel's that on?
Channel. It's a Netflixer.
Sorry, Grandma.
Yeah, it's honestly, I'm hooked. But it's all about like lawyers or like a lot of deaths, and then people are sleeping with people they shouldn't be. That's my sort of thing. Like Suits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I want to start watching? I want to start on Jane the Virgin again, because I've done that once, but Michael isn't ready to do it again. He said no. He said it's too soon. Have you watched it?
No.
I haven't seen it, Ree.
God, it's the best thing ever.
Synopsis?
Jane the Virgin on Netflix.
Is it
Okay,
okay?
can we?
No.
Oh, it's amazing. I defy you not to love it. Me and Michael were obsessed with it. We literally. I was really bereft when it ended. It was a bad moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, but is it anything like Handmaid's Tale? That's what it sounds like.
I hated that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It was creepy.
It's not our vibe.
It was like it everywhere. Everyone was watching it. Everyone was obsessed.
Yeah,
with it.
everyone.
I tried to get in it, and it was too weird. What did they always say? Happy the the kingdom, or whatever they always used to say. No.
No.
No, it's not. Whatever it is, Jane the Virgin is not like that. Jane the Virgin had Britney Spears in one episode. It's
Brittany.
Bruno Mars in it.
Pretty.
Okay, we're
Now,
when Brittany arrived in Jane the Virgin, it was the best day of my life. Danielle,
Yes.
how are you trying to be like a sane, normal individual right now? Because obviously we're all slightly nuts, I think.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, it is a little bit of a struggle. And I feel like not enough people are really saying it's a struggle. Everyone's going, guys, positive. Yeah, but some days you're just like, I just want to go back to normal. So I'm trying to embrace the uncomfortable feeling and then navigate through it, right? So sometimes I'm literally just allowing myself to feel a little bit like deflated, but I have agreed to do an Instagram live every morning on my fitness account. So I know I'm now committed, and to be fair, I know that I'm helping people, and that actually is making me feel better and more positive, and actually making me feel like I've got a purpose in this weird like lockdown phase. Like there are people that are sending me messages going like, honestly, you're helping me every day. I've been trying to get back into my fitness, and I've kind of been forced back into it now. There's something to do. Your workouts are helping get me through. So it's things like that that's then helping me. They don't realise I'm helping them, but they're massively helping me.
Yeah.
So
is that on your Danielle Peazer method?
Yes. Yeah. So it's 8:30 every morning, Monday to Friday. And then other than that, I'm kind of on the same wavelength as you, Ree. Right? If I can't go out to Soho House and drink the wine will come to me.
Exactly.
Or any alcohol for that matter.
Amen.
Or martini, Beth. There we go. Because honestly, I mean, I've moved home. That's how like upside down my life's got. Obviously, everyone's life's like stopped a bit.
Yeah.
I've stopped, and I'm now living in a different home that isn't actually my home.
Yeah.
It's all.
But I think you make a really good point about it is okay for it all to be an absolute crazy mess, because we don't have to have the answer. There isn't really one, is there? So I think, if you are feeling a bit panicked and out of your depth and out of control, that is completely normal, isn't it? Because what else are we supposed to do? I mean, right, so we've got Beth and Alexis, who you work together, don't you? And normally, what are you next to it? Would you sit next to each other at work normally?
Yeah.
So how are you like working together? Because like obviously normally you see each other every day. How are you trying to be normal?
So I'd say like at first we were like, okay, we'll have like a weekly catch up, like a 1 hour weekly catch up, and then we'll just kind of like have our other calls that we're having throughout the week with the brands and other departments. And then we basically just end up speaking every 10 minutes on WhatsApp, voice note, I don't know what else we speak on, Instagram DM, like every method of like ways you can communicate, we communicate every 10 minutes. Beth is like the first person I speak to when I wake up and the last person I speak to when I go to bed.
Cute.
It would be really rubbish if you didn't work with someone that obviously is like great to chat to, because you can't do anything, and in our eyes you have to speak all the time.
It just saves all the emails as well, and just because when we're at work, we don't email that much. We literally just talk to each other about what we're going to do all the time.
Yeah, it's so much easier to move stuff forward, and obviously we think the same too. So sometimes I like to debrief what's happening on everything else to Alexis. I'm like, right, debrief. So we need about 100 of them an hour. And then also it's funny because all my housemates have like feel like they know Alexis and they love her. They're like, how's Alexis this morning? I'm like, yeah, we'll FaceTime her, but she's actually on like a global call. And they're like, what's she been up to? So it's hilarious. We basically could make a reality show out of our calls. And it's so funny because my housemates have work calls all day. And I'm like, guys, I've got a work call, like no one disturb me. And then obviously they just hear me like, right, Alexis, oh my God. They basically burst in and are like, your work calls are really weird. And I'm like, get yourself a better boss, losers. Okay, guys, should we do a quick game?
Yeah, let's do a game.
Right, guys, so the game, it's my favourite game, Alexis knows. 2 truths, 1 lie.
Okay.
Best game.
I'm happy to start. Since
Are we doing the PG-13 version?
No. I mean, like, I think maybe like 12A, 15, not 18.
Okay, really. Fine.
Okay, so I'm happy to kick off, Peazer, since I've been quiet.
Kick off.
Right, guys, so 3 facts about me, 2 truths, 1 lie. You got to guess.
Right, okay. Oh, I love this.
Okay, so one time I went for a job interview in the PR industry, but it was quite a few years back, so it wasn't with Alexis. And it was with a guy, an older man. No, he was like the brand beauty. It was like the final stage of the interview. And when I left, I said, "Thank you so much. It was great to meet you, Dad." Yeah,
But we don't know if
Dad.
that's true, no.
Do you know what though? The thing with Beth is that any of them she could have done.
100%.
She's that person.
100%.
So that first one is an option for being true or false, yeah?
Yeah, I've got 2 more.
Okay.
Okay, when I was 13 and living in Somerset, my beloved Somerset, I went to my friend's house party and everyone was drinking like WKDs, you know, you remember the VKs. And anyway, I wasn't drinking, say that for the camera, but I actually wasn't. But basically his mum was a baker and she made a huge array of cheesecakes. And I basically ate all of them, threw up everywhere, and my parents had to collect me, and I was the only person getting picked up for being sick from food, not alcohol. And my parents like, "What's wrong with you? Like everyone else just drank too much." And I had like banoffee cheesecake, like rhubarb cheesecake everywhere.
I feel like that's also true.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I feel like that could be true.
Like your food as well.
This is so fun. I love this so much.
Yeah, hashtag balance over here as well. Okay, and then the final one is that when I was at school,
Yeah.
I asked, well, actually I wasn't asked, that's a lie already, I auditioned.
This one is definitely true.
Yeah, so basically I auditioned to be in Little Shop of Horrors. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Yes.
We are.
Happy to send the video around.
I am enjoying myself so much.
Well, I can't wait to get to everyone else. So we were doing Little Shop of Horrors, and obviously I was like, I've got to smash this audition, like I really want a part, like drama is life. So basically, like, even though no one asked, I got in all the gear, like I dressed up as if it was the actual performance. So like when I walked around the corner, they were like, and I was like, it's okay, I'm just dressed up as the part. And then I basically was so like nervous but in the zone that I walked across the stage like little shop of heart, and I just fell off.
Fell off the stage.
Before.
Yeah, in the audition.
I feel like that's the truth.
So basically I was singing, I was loving it, I was doing all the dances, but I was so like nervous and hyped up that I just was staring at the person who picked who went in it, and I just flew off the runway.
I feel that you could definitely fall over in public.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Ree, which one do you think is the lie?
The lie is...
Hang on, what was the first one?
Dad. Hashtag dad.
Oh God, yeah, nice to meet you, Dad.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
I want to say that's a lie,
Okay.
only because I feel like I've heard the other two and I thought they're both true.
Yeah, I feel the same. I feel like I've heard the last two, so I think the first one's also a lie.
Wow, girls. You know me very well.
Hey! So I can't drive. I don't have a driver's license. I didn't go to university. My dad is from Brazil.
Oh well, you will know the answer to whether her dad's from Brazil, won't you, Beth? Not from Brazil.
Well, to be honest, I know about all of them, so I'm out of this round.
Your dad's American.
You're American. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that her dad can't be from Brazil.
Her dad's not from Brazil.
I love how suddenly Ree's the best at the game. She's like, absolutely not.
All right.
Am I wrong? Beth, am I wrong?
I can't
We
comment.
both think that's the lie.
I can't comment, guys.
You
Hang
can
on.
drive.
I feel like, I don't know, you seem like the sort of person that would have gone to university, but then I also feel like, well, could you get your job without being at university? I'm gonna say maybe you can't drive, or you don't have a driving license. I feel like you can drive. No, but hang on, I feel like you've said that you've driven somewhere before.
I think you drive.
I feel like you would have driven.
The lie is that your dad's from Brazil.
Your dad.
Correct.
I've got mild OCD, as in like classified mild OCD. I didn't have a sense of smell until the age of 4, just in case we need clarification of what 4 is. 4. And I was born with a broken hand.
Real brain teaser there. You got me.
I think the lie is that you were born with a broken hand.
I agree.
I have got mild OCD. I didn't have a sense of smell till I was 4, and I was born with a broken hand.
I think you were not born with a broken hand.
I think that's the lie, the broken hand.
Yeah, I think you came out to handstands. It wasn't broken.
Guys, I've got a scar because I was born with a broken
You were
hand.
born with a broken hand.
No!
The lie was the smell one.
Oh, that was my second choice.
That was quite believable though.
That was my second choice, but you said it with such conviction. I was like, that's legit.
Yeah, and I definitely do have mild OCD.
Good poker
Yeah,
face.
Oh,
we know that.
Right? Mild OCD.
Right?
Yeah, the OCD thing is weird, isn't it? Because like Ben is definitely OCD. I'm discovering more and more. My own son, and I'm like not an OCD person, but never mind. Right, I'll tell you mine.
Yay.
My first job was at a lettuce factory, and I had my own
Lettuce or letters?
lettuce
Oh,
lettuce factory. I had my own
Yes.
hat, my own knife, and the people there thought my name was Henry, even though I
Okay.
said Ree. My second one is that when I moved from London to Suffolk, where my family lived, I decided that I wanted to go to a private school, so I actually researched all of them. This is the days before the internet, and I got all the books sent to me, and I literally chose my school, and my mum and dad were so whirlwinded into choosing a school that they basically went along with it and used all their life savings on me going to private school, even though I didn't really need to, but it was fun anyway. And finally, the last fact, or is I am half Welsh.
I'm going to say the lettuce factory one.
Is
A lie. Because who
Yeah.
would call you Henry?
Do you know what?
Actually, that dumb.
Lettuce factory's true.
But that
You're
was
saying that
quite
you were
cool.
cheese factory.
Yeah. So I think it's normal, obviously.
I think the second.
The private school one.
I think you're not half Welsh. Oh wait, but Anne-Marie, I feel like is that kind of Welsh?
I think she's half Welsh.
Aren't you
Also,
Irish?
Welsh people are kind of a little bit kooky, and Ree is definitely kooky.
yeah, I know. Alexis, though, you're right.
The second one.
Irish.
Oh.
Oh, bit of Irish charm.
If you're half Irish, then you're not half Welsh. Because
They make-
apparently that can't happen.
Reveal yourself.
I think half.
The lie
The
is
lie.
that I'm half Irish and half English. I'm not half Welsh.
What? We got it right. I knew you'd worked in a lettuce factory.
Irish
I worked in a lettuce factory.
I relate.
Henry.
They thought my name was Henry. So basically, they were like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "It's Ree." And they were like, "Henry." And then after that, I was like, "No, Ree." And then it was like, Henry's doing this. Henry's mum's come to pick her up. And I was like, "I'm not Henry." And then it just never, ever, ever got good. And I only lasted there
Sometimes you
about
just
2
gotta
weeks.
own it.
Yeah, girls, let's do this again soon.
Yes.
I really, really enjoyed this. Thank you. I mean, the dog needs to stop heavy breathing. It's honestly, you're all such a joy, and it honestly, in hard times, this is what we need to do. We need to like connect with people. And I mean, I'm not saying you have to have a drink. This could be Ribena in here. Who knows?
Or get a slice of cheesecake.
Yeah, it could be cheesecake or a lettuce. Or a lettuce. But thank you for joining me, girls. I love you so much. I'm going to put all of the girls' info in the description box, and we'll see you next time. Love you lots. Bye now.
Love you guys. Keep safe. Be healthy.